Here's a look at downtown Los Angeles from the air. And as things get well, we are winning a big part of it, David. Thank you. And the Clippers starting five. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for the Lakers, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Bradley in at the point. Now here's Bradley. The drive by James, and he comes up with the deuce. I like this tonight, Smitty. We have veteran leadership on both teams. When you were a rookie in the NBA, who was your mentor?
You know, Kevin, this is going to surprise you because everybody looks at guys kind of on the court. My mentor was Manute Bol. Really? I played nothing like Manute Bol, but I would tell you, Kevin, he was my mentor. He would grab me by the ear and twist it and tell me what I needed to do as far as a leadership standpoint.
I never would have guessed him, Smitty, never.
Kevin, I walked in with some shorts and a polo shirt in Miami. He grabbed my ear and said, "That's not professional. You better wear a suit." I'm like, Manute, is 90 degrees. I had to wear a suit every game.
I like that story. The Lakers with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. Davis, the pass to LeBron. Fires the three. That's in there. Davis with the assist. LeBron's got 5.
LeBron James, you wouldn't think there's anything left to improve upon, but in the past year or two, he's becoming much more efficient from range.
Now, here is Morris. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here are the Clippers now. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Green passes to McGee. Shoots over Zubac. The shot's good from McGee.
And that's a great pass. Danny Green showing us he can do more than D it up and 3 it up.
And Beverly kicks to Zubac. The pass to Leonard. On the wing, Morris. The 3. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Morris. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
What I like about Kawhi's shot, no matter the distance, always seems to be on balance.
McGee dishes to Davis. It's hauled in by Zubac. Well, Ivica Zubac may not block a lot of shots, but Smitty, he is still a solid defender.
What Zubac does is a great job of challenging players at the rim and provides great help from the weak side. He does rack up a lot of defensive fouls, but hopefully that decreases with time.
Morris, no good.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. And the Lakers with some changes. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Avery Bradley. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverley.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Lakers. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played. LeBron passes to Davis. Back to James. From deep. The shot missing. Great D that time from Leonard. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell. His activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team, and he also can be very intimidating.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Markieff Morris is checked in for Anthony Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Green. Now Shaman. Rondo missing on the 3. Williams gets the bucket. And the Clippers getting Harrell in that Chris Paul deal. Turned out to be a decent trade for both teams.
You're totally right. The Rockets already had Capella. Harrell was sort of a redundant in terms of skill set. And you can only have one rim runner on the floor before you began to compromise spacing.
Here's Morris, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Clippers.
Green against Howard. Here's Jackson, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
The strength and body control of Reggie Jackson gives him an edge against physical defense, potential and one.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
Now here's Harrell. Rajon Rondo missing his last shot.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Kuzma with it. Now Green defending. Kuzma can't get it to go.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Harrell kicks to Jackson. Now Harrell. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made.
I always feel like I got it. Always.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late-game situations.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Andrew Shamet is out there with Jermichael Green. Then it's Williams. Then it's Montrezl Harrell, and it's Jackson in at the one spot. Bradley's checked in for the Lakers. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Beverly's checked in, back to Green. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Clippers leading by 7. Here's Beverly, and it goes down 2 points. Beverly's got his first basket of the night.
I love this about Patrick Beverly. He's just a fighter. He's never going to back down.
Bradley deciding where to go with it. Caldwell Pope finds Bradley. Here's Morris, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis. For a time, Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. JaVale McGee's checked in for Morris. Davis comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Ron, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Green in for Avery Bradley.
That's next level stuff from AD. One of the great scorers in the game. He draws the eyes of the defense and locates the open man.
And here's George for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. George has got 7.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
LeBron dishes to McGee. On the wing, Davis. Kicks it out to James. Just 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first. And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Pass to McGee. Lets it fly. 5 on the clock. Over Harrell. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from McGee.
I like this. I really do. He recognizes the mismatch, simply rises up and fires.
Inside, Morris. And Davis sends it back.
What's crazy about AD as a shot blocker, he can block your shot at all 3 levels.
McGee, the pass to James. Over Morris. And it's sent back by Morris. Knocked away. And stolen by LeBron. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. James has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Lakers. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
They knew that the arena would be rocking. And if they could execute well, they knew they could quiet down this hostile crowd.
Some changes for the Lakers. Howard comes in for JaVale McGee. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Alex Caruso. The Clippers also changing it up. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Harrell, and it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. And it's Leonard missing. Lakers trail by 8. Pass to Howard. Down low. Here's Davis, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And looking at the Mavericks matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
On the wing, Green. For the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
Poke loose. Takes it out to Leonard, and stolen by LeBron. Here's Howard. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
The veteran presence of Danny Green keeping his eyes up, finding his teammate wide open.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in the driver's seat, up 8 points. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have an 8-point lead. Shaq, what was your takeaway on the... And that should do it.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Bradley is out there with Green, and it's McGee in at the 5. That's the Laker 5.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Green inside the 3-point line. Offensive rebound. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
Even when plays, Steve, aren't being run for them, certain guys always get a lot of their points on tip-ins and putbacks. They're always right there. Who catches your eye in that category?
Andre Drummond, for sure, Kevin. He's phenomenal on the offensive glass. Rudy Gobert, Al Horford, he gets those timely tip-ins.
He does, you're right.
And then look at another guy is Whiteside. When he's engaged, he can. Marvin Bagley is a newer name, and he's fantastic at that as well.
LeBron against Leonard, and here's Bradley from 3. Davis kicks to McGee, shoots over Zubac, and again the Lakers no good.
Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup?
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not. The best.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Markieff Morris is checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Green. And then for the Clippers, JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley. And the first one drops. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. George has got 14 points for the game.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Fires from 14, and that one goes long.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Green finds George. It's tipped. Kuzma against Jackson. Shoots over Kuzma. Jackson misses. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's Morris. George with the defensive effort.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
Green, the pass to George. And it's off from three-point range. Lakers trail by 9. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him. In recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC, Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Howard's checked in for the Lakers. Rondo comes in for Bradley. The Clippers also changing it up. Leonard comes in for Green, and it's Williams in for George. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Well, scoring from the wing is a necessity in the NBA, and that tells you a little bit about the value of these guys, the highest scoring small forwards in the league since the All-Star break. LeBron James, #1. Second is Kawhi Leonard.
I mean, tremendously gifted athletically. I mean, we're used to seeing that at that spot on the floor, and they pretty much all give astonishing individual performances on any given night.
The small forward position is traditionally a lot of scoring from that position. These fellas carry on that tradition.
Outside Jackson to the wing right side. Here's Harrell. No good with the triple. Lakers trailed by 8. Caldwell Pope for 3. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Williams passes to Jackson. Back to Williams. Fires for 3. And Davis sends it back. And they'll keep possession. Here's Leonard. Williams trying to break free. And Davis now top of the key. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got 4 rebounds in this game.
To me, there's a fine line between being aggressive and just flat out forcing it. His inability to make shots right now is sinking the ship.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Pass to Kuzma. From outside the arc, hits the three-point bomb. Kuzma's got 5 points now this quarter.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Williams dishes to Leonard. Inside, Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
I mean, a dunk machine dating back to high school. Montrezl Harrell is an absolute monster around the rim.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Davis. The Clippers shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Jackson kicks to Williams. Shamet the pass to Williams. Second shot opportunity, and that one's good. Shamet's got his first points of the game.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Howard, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their... Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up, keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on his heels.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. There's the pass to Davis. And it's Rondo in the corner. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. Beverly with the ball. Picked up by Davis. Zubac kicks to Leonard. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Right there, that is poise of Kawhi Leonard, just taking what the defense gives him.
Outside for Rondo. Here's Caruso. No good on the 3. Clippers leading by 10. Williams passes to Beverly. Over Rondo. Rebounded by the Lakers. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Rondo against Beverly. Fires from deep. And again, the Lakers no good. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. We see it all the time, Smitty. The league doing more to protect the landing zone of shooters, but for some guys, they're using that forward momentum to change that landing spot. What do you think of that?
Kevin, this is a great debate because as an offensive guy, I know you see a guy launching, I might change my shot and start to go forward just in case I can get a foul if it doesn't make the shot. This is a tough call to call. It's going to be like the charge block, I think, in some years to come.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Alex Caruso. And Bradley subbed in for Rajon Rondo. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Green kicks to Bradley. To the middle. They need this. It's good.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
Beverly looking around. Pass to Zubac. It's stolen by Davis. Lakers working the ball around now. McGee. George with the defensive effort.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
There's Green with the three. Drills it from outside. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
I love the elevation Danny Green gets on his jumper. Makes him tough to defend from distance.
And the Clippers call time here. They're ahead by 9. There's a minute 47 left to play in the final quarter. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Coming into this game, he had been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over.
Strong move by AD. You see why he's been averaging 7 to 8 free throws a game over the past few seasons.
And the Clippers making a change here. Williams has checked in. Clippers leading by 7. Passes it to George. We've got 1:18 left in the game. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. LeBron with it. Guarded now by Morris. The shot's good from McGee.
He could have tried to force a shot there. Instead, LeBron keeps his eyes up, finds an open teammate.
Here's Williams. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Another thing coaches love about Williams, he's a high percentage free throw shooter who gets to the line often.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident as he's able to go up and knock those down.
And it's Green missing. Clippers have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. There's the 3. Here's Leonard. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. No good from LeBron.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Davis, and that one's drained from the low block.
If you're coaching AD, this is what you do. Put the ball in the hands of your home run hitter and let him go to work.
Zubac the pass to George. And the wide open shot from Morris. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it.